Hey, what's up, everybody? The world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I'm the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it is a Tuesday, the final day, September 30th, 2025. Let's talk about what was trending over the weekend. Bad Bunny's in the news. The Mets have the most embarrassing, spineless, gutless collapse. There's a big comedy festival in Saudi Arabia that's upsetting people. The Ryder Cup couldn't be a gentleman's game. Candace Owens getting weird and all other things. And before we talk about that and more, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding this show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X and Twitter at ProdConvoPod. We're on TikTok at Productive Conversations and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And always check out our presenting sponsor, Magic Mind, the world's first productivity shot where you could do more and stress less. And when you have to deal with work, life, and everything in between, the green tea shot that Magic Mind provides us with a signature nootropics ingredients, and nootropics, matcha, and other ingredients. It's something that will keep your mind clear, keep you focused, and keep you calm for the crazy world we live in. Go to magicmind.com/PCJune, 48% of your first subscription or 20% of your first one-time purchase. That's magicmind.com/PCJune, 40% of your first subscription or 20% of your first one-time purchase. And yeah, so I said the social medias, right, guys?
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, lots to do, lots to talk about. Busy week indeed. And before we talk about what was trending over the weekend, just a reminder, we have a week 5 recap of the college football season available and a week 4 recap of the NFL season available for all of you to check out. And we have a MLB playoffs postseason preview that is up and available right now. And we will do instant reactions to all Yankee playoff games and so on and so forth. Then don't forget to check us out at the end of the week with another tweet cap as we talk about what was trending for the week ahead. So lots to do, lots to talk about. Ryan, Allison, and Jose are with me. Let us party and have a productive conversation. How is everyone?
Good. How are you?
Very well, very well.
Can't complain.
I'm so good.
Wow.
And that wasn't sarcastic. That was actually so genuine. I hope that sounded genuine.
I think so. Well, that's
also
what we
I am
love
wearing
to
a
hear.
shirt.
Oh, okay, great.
For our
Perfect.
friends.
Excellent. And may always wear your clothes when it's time to.
When it's
Well,
time to an
you know.
extent.
You
Don't
know.
have sex on beaches
Oh yeah.
unless you're Jose, and then
Or that random couple that we covered whenever that was.
Yes. All right. Okay. So let's get into it. Like I said, lots to talk about. Jose talked about can't complain. One of the dumbest things people have complained about was the announcement of the Super Bowl halftime show. The most streamed artist in the world, Bad Bunny, will be performing at Super Bowl 60 during the halftime show up in Northern California in Levi Stadium where the 49ers play. And it is so bizarre that people are upset about this. Reckon we know, no matter what, for the rest of our lives, whomever the NFL picks to be the Super Bowl halftime show, people will be mad. Mm-hmm. It's just a way of life. But people's concerned with Bad Bunny because, number one, he is an artist that, though speaks English, he performs in Spanish. Dumb. Mm-hmm. Music is not a language. Music is music. If anything, music is a language to us all. That doesn't require certain ethnic backgrounds and stuff. You're supposed to enjoy the music. And then, of course, the you-know-what type of people who are upset that Bad Bunny is performing. Let's look at the context clues. An ethnic artist who does speak a foreign language in this high, intense time we live in. And people trying to criticize Bad Bunny for stuff like, oh, he refused to perform in the United States because of immigration issues and stuff like that. And be that as it may, you have your opinions. But again, I do not understand why people are so angry. And you don't have to watch the thing. When the halftime show happens, you can literally go eat your chicken wings or your pizza or talk with whomever or watch the Puppy Bowl, or watch a movie. Again, the halftime show should be a celebration of music, and it should be a celebration of cultures. And if it's a culture that you're not down with, I got 2 words for you: fuck off. I mean, seriously, it's really annoying. And nobody has given a valid reason why the most streamed artist should not have the chance to perform at the biggest show of the year, which he'll do for free, by the way.
I
Plus, if
gotta
you're
be honest too. Like, I'm sorry, but it's so funny because you hear the whole they perform in Spanish thing as being tossed around. Like, just say it slowly. Where is the Super Bowl being played this year? The city, not the stadium.
Santa Clara,
Isn't it San Francisco?
well, the San Francisco area, but yeah, but
Yeah.
technically Santa
San
Clara. But yeah.
Francisco, Santa Clara, doesn't matter. Those are quite literally Spanish names. Like actively, those are Spanish names for cities that you live in, and nothing bad happens. You don't lose your mind because there was Spanish in the street name. You know what I mean? Like the fact that he's like an artist who performs mostly in Spanish to me doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me because there's a lot of fans who listen to music in Spanish. So why do you care? I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, just because it's not your thing doesn't mean it can't be someone else's. But
Yeah.
again, it's like peak. It'd be the same thing if it was in like Los Angeles. Like, it's peak Nimrod behavior to be mad that an artist who speaks Spanish is performing in San Francisco, which is, again, Spanish.
Bad Bunny.
I just feel like you shouldn't even really, like, you're going essentially one for, like, I guess overall the experience, but you're primarily just going for the game. I feel like the halftime show is like a bonus
Right.
in that situation. So I just feel like if you're there, like,
No, none of these people are going. I think we should be clear
be
about that.
grateful. Like,
Well, yeah, but
I
in
don't
fairness,
know.
none of the people going are the people who have a problem. These are all the people who are not going, who are going to watch on TV just to hate post. And I will say, Matt made a very good point about, eat your chicken, talk to whoever you want. The only problem is they'd have to make friends in order to have a Super Bowl party, and they won't be able to do that. So that would be the one issue that they have in doing your plan, Matt. But you can still turn it off. So friends or no, you can just turn the TV off. And you could, wait 10 minutes, 15 if you want to be safe, just in case you hear a, me gusta or something that scares you. And then and then you come back on and you can listen to all of the whitest football players talk about how great the first half was for X team and how bad it was for Y team and what Y team has to do to be X team in the second half. You can do all that and you'll be marked completely safe from hearing Spanish. So
I mean, it is that
genuinely
simple.
though.
I mean,
I
let's
mean,
be
yeah,
blunt
it
about
is.
it.
It
You
really
are
is that
mad
simple.
that you're gonna hear Spanish.
Yeah, like
What a reason to be pissed off. Like, come
because
on.
I do mean that because think about it. Like, there's some people who are like, I've never heard a Bad Bunny song.
That is
Like,
a
I think that's a lie too, because again, pretty popular artist. But let's pretend, you are that person. You don't know anything about Bad Bunny. Those are just 2 words put next to each other for you. What if it had been a country artist that you had never heard of, or a
exactly
rock artist
that
you had
is
never heard of, or
exactly
pop
what they
artist?
want. I'm sorry. With all due respect to country, which is a
Well,
great genre
yeah.
and is big for a certain audience, Bad Bunny just reaches a large audience. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, I almost even mean genre, but like imagine if it was a pop star you'd never heard of, right? Would they have the same negative reaction or a rock band that you'd never heard of?
The Rolling Stones isn't coming back, people. I'm sorry.
Well, that too, yeah. But I'm just like, in my mind, like, I don't know. I do think a lot of this does stem from the Spanish bit. And I'm like, I don't, that
You're
this doesn't,
1000% right, Ryan.
yeah. And that's like,
Let's be real. We can't sugarcoat that. Like it's that something
yeah,
so different. And I like when we had Shakira and Jennifer Lopez performed the Super Bowl right before COVID hit.
yeah, I remember
I
that.
remember even family members telling me this is too Spanish. Like, what do you think in Miami, Florida?
And Shakira, her name is Shakira. Her last name's Lopez. Yeah, they are Spanish, both of them. Of course.
Hey, oh my God, what a reason to be mad.
But
I'm
again,
sorry.
I hate America sometimes.
But it's similar. Actually, that's funny.
Morgan Wallen isn't going to perform, people. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I hate Morgan Wallen, so I don't care.
That's what they want to perform.
Well, and I mean, yeah, sure, but
Doing a
There'd be plenty of
generalization,
people who
for
don't
sure.
know him.
Yeah, right.
Like there are plenty of
Literally,
people who
they
don't
did
know
the
who
same
Marwan
thing
is.
with Kendrick last year, and I told you that viral tweet I sent privately to
Yeah.
you guys.
Someone said they should do Bad Bunny the next year. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say? I would say just so I could properly well, the brilliant tweet from February. Bop, bop, bop,
This is the first time I'm
ba.
hearing all this, by the way.
I didn't know it was getting. I knew Bad Bunny was going to be performing because I saw posts, but I didn't read the
Oh, yeah,
comments. Like I
seen
I
some,
didn't know
Oh,
it was
dude.
so
some
negative.
dumb stuff.
There are sports hosts who are complaining about this as if anybody cares what they think about music.
I
If you
knew.
got a Barstool logo next to your name on Twitter, I would say about 85% of the time you don't have a credible take on music. There are some people in Barstool who are actually music content creators and they could have an interesting take, but most of you are just drunk sports gamblers. So it's like that's fine, but I don't have to care that you don't like Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Stick with what you know, essentially. Like
it's Rafael De La Ghetto. That's the real name of the guy. Rafael De La Ghetto.
I
All
didn't
these
know.
white. Can I just read this really quick, and then I definitely want to hear what you say, Jose. All these white people mad about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. I hope next year they get Bad Bunny perform the whole set in Spanish.
oh,
And then
someone
they did.
really tweeted that.
Last
back in
February,
February.
yeah.
Showing here for those.
I would
watching.
be raving so hard right now if I was that person. Be like, yo, look what I called.
As someone who
For
doesn't
real.
speak any Spanish, by the way, I probably am going to like Kendrick more than I like Bad Bunny simply because I know what Kendrick said and I know all those songs. But that doesn't mean that Bad Bunny will be a bad performance just because I don't know the songs. You know what I mean? Like that's just what's so weird to me.
I actually like don't really listen. Like I listen to. I've heard Bad Bunny's music. I don't really listen
Oh,
to him.
I know a
Like,
lot of his music.
love
I like a
that.
lot of his music.
what
I just
I
don't
Bad
have
understand.
Bunny.
heard is like a vibe. Even if you don't know what he's saying, like
Oh, yeah.
just the vibes are good. Like
the point.
It's like very dancey. Should get people going. I just
Nobody knows what the guy Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam is saying half the
there's
time.
rappers out there who rap like they have
Yeah,
their
the mumble
food full
rappers,
of
they're
mashed
just,
potatoes or something. Like
They would get
be
more
so for
pissed.
real.
The people mad about this, they get more pissed if if they picked a rapper.
Yeah, that's
Or they were. They dug hip hop.
Yeah, they were. We saw what happened when we picked the rapper. They got just as mad. You're right.
Yeah, it's your stereotype. You know who I'm talking to. That person would be mad about. So
Racist.
touch grass, Jose. What else are you talking about this? I know you're a Bad Bunny fan. I think you've even seen him before.
Yeah, I didn't hear none of this. I only heard about people are complaining that he's demonic, and that's whole shit going on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, that's
No,
gonna
I'm
that's gonna
being
make for an
so-
interesting response.
So
I've
I'm being
seen
so.
that before, but
But no, the
I
church
don't know how
people.
serious that is.
No, if you're Spanish, so there's two types of Spanish people. You either on my side where you love Bad Bunny, you listen to his words and he kind of speaks volumes, or you on the other side where it's more like the old school churchy freaking praise Jesus type, and he's the most demonic guy. He wears
Like our buddy Jeffrey.
Yeah, you can say that. Like he wears skirts. Men won't wear skirts. He has a little sign that represents like the sign he does with his cheeks, and stuff like that. He worships the devil. Blah blah blah. He doesn't praise Jesus. All this other bullshit. Blah 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 blah. Like I get that. It was on actually on TMZ. What's his name from that sportscaster? Jason Woodlock.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
He went straight
Oh, my
ham
God.
on saying he's the straight up demonic.
Jason Whitlock is an
They're
idiot.
the worst.
Literally the dumbest person on television, possibly.
Right.
Certainly in sports, but and I listen to college football pundits every weekend. And they're all stupid by and large. Almost none of them is intelligent. And he like clears them. I would listen to Clay Travis over Jason Whitlock. And I hate Clay Travis because he's, horrible, but at least he's not an idiot. He's just an asshole. Jason Whitlock is an asshole and he's an idiot.
The worst. All right. Well, for those of you who are gonna be living a miserable life for 20 minutes on February, I think it's 10th, 11th, touch grass.
Yeah.
I hope he performs a whole satanic ritual and pisses people off.
I don't think
I think that would be funny as fuck. I don't
I hope he
care.
does. I hope he does just like Beyonce did. It just goes.
Or Rihanna too. It's different, but I liked when Sam Smith, one of my favorite Sam Smith songs, the Unholy song. I can't think of
Yeah.
the name. No, with
Yeah.
the trans artist.
It's unholy. That's
and
the
then they just
Unholy, so
they just
good.
lose it's a poppin' song. They just losing their mind.
The
I
music
love seeing
video. I
yeah,
love it.
that stuff's hilarious.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
is a
I just
great
think it was
song.
so funny.
And I'm not a devil worshiper, far from it, but I can still like see the parody in it.
No, you're just possessed as demonic. And you listen to the lyrics, it makes you like the music. It makes you want to not.
No, he's
You know.
okay.
Yeah, but a lot of people
checked into it.
insinuated
It's
that.
fine.
A lot of people insinuated that about Taylor Swift too, which like is not accurate. Like it's just people are so stupid. I can't.
Yeah, it's jealousy, man. You want to talk quickly
Listen,
about
hey,
Satan
Pope-
really quick?
Pope
Who we
Ryan
don't-
checked.
Who we don't
all of
Listen,
you.
I get.
You're
I don't
good.
think Taylor Swift is one of them. I know.
I've had so many people,
Beyonce.
and Matt knows some of the people who have insinuated that Taylor Swift is like demonic and like a
Yeah, but
worshiper
I think
and
they're just
That's
does all
true
this
hater
shit
behavior.
with, like it's just like weird. It's like if you really want to hate someone that bad,
like the Maroon 5 guy. He's one.
He's won what? You're talking like
Adam
any of this is
Levine?
real.
Avril Lavigne, yeah, like he.
Adam
if you-
Levine is just a dude
Okay,
from wherever.
listen to that one song where he acts like he's fucking Richard Ramirez.
Oh,
I know the song you're
Yeah,
talking about.
come-
Harder to
What?
breathe. Great song.
what song?
Listen to the
Is that
lyrics
the
of
song you're talking about?
I don't know what song it is,
It's
but
getting
there's
harder to
Harder to breathe. Yeah, that's a great song. I think that's the one you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know what it is, but there's he's
I
stalking.
thought he was just talking about
stalking her.
breathing hard.
He's stalking some girl in a music video, and then he takes her and he gets his way with her at the end. Yeah, cool song and all, but yeah, if you listen to lyrics,
Well, it doesn't make him demonic.
Can I say last thing
he's
about
telling you to
demonic
rape
people?
women, Ryan.
Whoa,
Well, he could
whoa.
just be an ass, but it doesn't make he's demonic.
My
Those are two
God.
very
Obviously,
different
that's
claims.
a no. That's a no.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it's a good role model,
It's a
but there's a
great
gap
song, but
between
literally
role model
just
and the
said
devil.
the song is great, but it's in telling me I should go stalk and do my way with women.
Right,
But it's such a great song.
well, okay. I didn't say you have to like the song either. I just said there's a
Well,
gulf between
no.
a
That
bad
makes
song.
me worried about you, because if you think that's a great fucking song,
The
imagine what
song
you
is
be doing late
actually
at
a very
night.
good song. It's very catchy. But my point is, if you think there's no difference between wrote a bad song and is the devil, that is a mental health issue that needs to be addressed by a professional.
Ryan, Rinky Dink Dink is a bad song. That is,
I don't know.
it's just
Rinky
straight
dink
trash.
dink.
Well, that's
I
what fucking
don't
Ryan.
even know what that is, but
Ryan talks about it as a fucking horror movie. Rinky Dink
oh,
Dink.
Skinamarink is
There you go.
that's the
Oh.
movie, yeah.
That's a fucking horror. That's a horrible song.
That-
Him exploring,
Well, that's like
trying
a
to get away with
child's
women.
limerick. So yes, it is a horrible song. But again, none of these people are demonic. If you think they are, I would seek help professionally. That's my personal 2 cents.
Last
That's
thing I
all I
want to
can
say on the demonic stuff, and this is true story. I might have said this on the pod before, maybe not. I'll say it again. Me and Ryan went to Catholic Sunday school and stuff, and it was a Sunday night session. And but basically, right, I asked our priest, Father Dave, I said, "Hey, Father Dave, is it a sin to listen to Metallica?" And he said, "Yes." But I still listen to them. They're one of my favorite bands, so sorry.
And you
It's
made
true
it.
story.
You're still
Yeah,
here.
I'm fine here.
I was
It's
gonna
worked
say, I'm
out
like, Matt, you're still
perfectly.
great.
I know, and I
Being
I'm a
part,
very spiritual
breaking
guy.
breaking the rules of the spirit doesn't mean you're not gonna be. You're gonna die tomorrow. It's just when you die and you go up to the pearly gates, you might have a long laundry list of things you weren't supposed to do. After that is either
As
gonna
somebody
go.
who actively participates in their faith still, Jose, I know maybe you do, I don't know. But if I get up there and they bring up my Spotify account, so be it. All right. There are people in this world who don't love their neighbor.
Downstairs.
There's people who do not act like the Good Samaritan. There are people who do not honor thy mother or their father. Obviously, the Ten Commandments are suggestions at best for about half of our current country.
Everyone lies.
So if at the end of my life, the way that I treated people comes in second to the things that I listened to, or even things that I did that weren't hurting anybody, then that's so be it. They'll send me where they got to send me, and then guess what? I'll make it work. Because I'm not going to act like a dipshit on Earth because I might find out that's what's required to get into heaven. If I have to be a bad person to get into heaven, and I don't believe I do, by the way, but if I did, if I had to be a stick in the mud to get into heaven, then I guess I'm not going.
I mean, you just need to be holy to get into heaven.
I think my viewpoint was pretty clear.
You listen
End of the
to
day, we don't know if we're going up or down. We don't even know if there is an up or down, and that's totally fine. And
we know there is no such thing as up or down. Come on now.
Like I said.
Right. Good time to start going to the next one. But stay safe out there, everybody. But I'm going to take a very specific local segment very quick on this platform, where in the few times I will be selfish about it, because it's only a big deal to a certain number of people. The New York Metropolitans officially were eliminated from playoff contention yesterday. The team that was assembled and is worth $343 million this year. Sorry, no. The team that is worth $339 million this year, where the great Juan Soto left the New York Yankees to sign with the New York Mets. And I was told that the Mets are big brother now and the Yankees are little brother. And you know what? The Mets don't even make the playoffs. They are not in. They're out. They're in Cancun. This spineless, gutless embarrassment of a baseball team. And guess what? My favorite baseball team is playing a playoff game this week. They literally lose Juan Soto. They even lose their Cy Young Award-winning pitcher in Garrett Cole. And they won the same amount of games. And you know what? They could make a run. I am so happy that this embarrassing, ridiculous, I want to swear so bad, but I'll be a professional. The Mets are gone, especially Juan Soto. Oh my God, you really thought as a Met fan that you had one on the Yankee fan. You really thought that the Mets were going to be the best team in baseball. Oh, I'm Steve Cohen. I got a bajillion dollars, literally. I'm going to go hire this Harvard graduate, the guy from Milwaukee who got the Milwaukee Brewers to the first round. He's the boy genius who's going to turn this roster around. The same guy who signed Frankie Montas to a 2-year deal and didn't bother to get any starting pitching. And guess what? It comes back to haunt them. Oh my God. It's over. It's over. You can't say shit. The Met fan can't say shit after this. I hope you feel embarrassed. I hope you feel sick. I hope that you're sad. You should be ashamed of yourself for just deciding, but when you were born, if you were born in the tri-state area, I could be a Met fan or a Yankee fan. I don't need parents' influence. My parents grew up Met fans. That's why I'm the smart one, and I chose the Yankees. And you know what? I'm much more happier from it. And if you're a Met
you sound
fan,
happier.
And if you're a Met fan, you should literally laugh and cry yourself to sleep. It's over. I am happy. See,
especially
Juan Soto. Juan Soto.
Here's what
This
I'll say.
This last thing. Okay. And then I'll definitely, no doubt, you have the floor and hear the whole thing. But yep, who would have thought the Mets didn't even get a wild card spot? They were 21 games over 500 at the middle of June. They ended, I think, 3, and they lost. And what was also funny is in the tie-breaking scenario on Sunday, all they literally had to do was win. They just had to win the game against a horrible, the team with the lowest payroll in baseball, the Miami Marlins. They just had to win. They didn't even score a run. And when Juan Soto grounded out, had a double play of runners in scoring position, I knew it was done. And at least for the next 6 months, no matter where this goes, the Mets are the biggest losers and the biggest joke in all of baseball and maybe even all of sports. And simply, that is what you get and that is what you deserve. Hit me with the comments, people. Call me a troll. Call me whatever you want. But at the end of the day, my favorite baseball team is playing in the playoffs. Your favorite baseball team is not. And you put the karma on yourself for that. So loser, Mets suck.
Wow.
That's
so it's good to see that you're over the whole Juan Soto leaving thing. I'm glad that you've handled that with grace and maturity as an adult. No, so obviously the fact that we were where we were in June and we ended up here, it speaks to a much bigger problem for the Mets that is unrelated to who is. I don't even know what the Big Brother thing's about. I'm assuming someone said that to you.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Just basically, we're the ones in charge. This is a Met town.
Yeah.
I mean, factually, that's never going to be the case. And I'm a Mets fan saying that. But so what I would say though is, I'm not sure any team has seen such a low return on investment when you compare the results to the amount of money spent. And there was this. I mean, I think it's safe to call it fiction now, that Payroll was destiny in baseball. And I think this is proof Mets, and they're not the only ones, but they're, I think, a very big, because Mets actually did much better last year in terms of their playoff run. And so I think the reality is we've learned that you can't buy yourself into a pennant race. That's not how any sport works, and it certainly isn't how baseball works. And it comes down to actual development. Talent development has to happen within the organization. You can't just acquire bits and pieces that are for sale from elsewhere to make your team what you need it to be. There's a reason that those pieces are for sale elsewhere, Soto included. And I know Yankees fans wanted him to stay, so it's not like anyone was saying he was bad, but he was open to work anywhere for a reason.
If you want to know something funny too, Ryan, Juan Soto doesn't even care. He's not going to be in the playoffs probably.
Well, no,
he
because
probably
he's
is
made
happy.
$1 gazillion.
In fact, he's happy he's going home early.
Yeah, he gets to go to, like you said, go to Cancun. But no. But seriously, I think that this should be a wake-up call to the big money teams to focus less on buying the shiny toy in free agency and focus more on like spending your capital on development. So get better scouts, get better programs to
yes,
train.
they need. I don't think they need to fire the manager because he did get him to the playoffs last year, but they definitely need the coaching staff to change.
Yeah, and again, and also, I mean, beyond
and new players, like you said, they need.
Yeah,
beyond
they need
that,
to
revamp. Pete Alonso gone. Jeff McNeil gone.
Well,
They
Alonso,
should,
I think, is
so they should keep
talking
Alonso
about leaving
actually.
anyways.
Yeah, he
Because
opted
They
out.
just said
He said he
he's like
opted
a
out.
free
I know they
agent.
should try to keep him anyway because he's the example that I'm talking about. He was developed as a Met.
I agree.
and
He should stay ultimately,
and he's played well as a Met. So like that's a guy that they invested in early and have developed into a very good player.
And the
That's
Mets who have been notoriously
they need a team
cheap,
of Alonsos.
who
That's
have
what they
let
need.
Darryl Strawberry walk, traded Tom Seaver. This is literally the chance they could do that again. And I think there's a chance that David Stearns will do that, which is
I think they will,
a shame.
by the way.
It really is a shame. He's a good baseball man. He really is. He's a great guy. I have a lot of respect for Pete Alonso.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think that they need a team with more Pete Alonsos on it, and they need to focus less on buying the hottest new toy on the grocery shelf, on the shelf at the toy store, because they've spent so much money and the return on investment has not matched. It hasn't. I don't even think it's gotten close to matching. There are teams who have spent half as much.
Yeah, I told you
who have had better success.
I think the Marlins are a little.
Well, I don't know that I would call the Marlins like a successful team.
No, but I'm saying that the fact that they were the ones to knock them out, they didn't have to. They could have. They could have. They were motivated. It was their World Series.
Yep.
And what was the last thing I want to bring up was Steve Cohen's 5-year plan. We will have a World Series in 3 to 5 years. That didn't happen. They missed the playoffs for 3 out of 5 of those years. Oh well.
Plan didn't work because you can't buy yourself a playoff spot. You have to develop the team to get you there.
Well, if we want to talk about, buying things, buying people's appeal, or if you want to buy people off, well, the Rowdy Comedy Festival shows that. So it was it became official over the weekend. There was the Rowdy Comedy Festival.
Riyadh?
Sorry, I said the Riyadh. No, you're right. You're
Riyadh,
right.
Yeah.
So there was a comedy festival in Saudi Arabia, the Riyadh Comedy Festival. and not a lot of people are happy. So basically, Saudi Arabia, our complicated history with Saudi Arabia, especially when it comes to 9/11 and whether or not the 19 Saudis who attacked the United States that day were funded by Saudi Arabia. Still trying to figure that out. Not trying to make it too political. That's not easy to talk about. But because of that, a lot of people are skeptic. They have their skepticism when it comes to Saudi Arabia. And they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money that they can, whether it's whether it's sports washing we've seen, they dipping their toes in TV and stuff. They're just buying people out. It was just announced today.
They got the video games, yeah.
They spent $55 billion to acquire EA Sports.
They took it private.
And took it private, which is, oh my God.
I mean, they're not the only investor, but yeah, them and 2 other investors took EA Sports private.
Wild.
So Call of Duty is going to be made, at least in part, by the Saudi investment fund.
Yes. And, before we talk about opinions on it, the person who best simplified the situation, Zach Woods, best known from The Office and Silicon Valley, he did a incredible advertisement for the Riyadh Comedy Festival. So why don't we see it? Here we go.
Special time of year. It's the Riyadh Comedy Festival. And all of your favorite comedians are performing at the pleasure of Turki Al-Sheikh. And he is the head of the entertainment authority over there. And he has so many people thrown in prison because they tweeted stuff he didn't like about the soccer team or whatever, that there's a wing of a prison nicknamed after him where they hang people by their heels from the ceiling. Now there's a lot of drips, killjoys, and dweebazoids who are saying, oh, they shouldn't do comedy over there because it's whitewashing a regime that just in June killed a journalist and killed Jamal Khashoggi and played a big role in 9/11. Shut up. Name one comedian who hasn't whored themselves out to a dictator. Sinbad in the 80s would go perform for dying Nazis hidden out in Argentina. Mr. Bean would do private shows for Idi Amin. Me and Bibi Netanyahu have collaborated. I pitched him a prank show called The West Bank, where it's hilarious. Like, people in masks show up and eject people from their homes, and they're terrified. They just traumatize these families, and then they can never come home. And it's been going on for years, but this season has been like action-packed. And it's a prank show, but there's also a true crime element because it violates international law and people have been killed a lot. Let's not get our, moral panties yanked up, wedged high in our rumps. Human Rights Watch has been begging the comedians not to participate in the whitewashing of the horrors that are ongoing in Saudi Arabia. Ugh, what a cock block Human Rights Watch is for comedy. Let's have some fun, let's have some yucks, and let's not look too closely at anything. I'm a hypocrite too.
I'm a hypocrite too.
Shut up. I don't have the clip just for time, but Shane Gillis talked about how he was offered a lot of money and they doubled a lot of money and he still said no. Shouts to Shane Gillis, why you're my favorite comedian, in all seriousness. And I showed you there are people who did admit to doing it. Tim Dillon,
he was like, he talked about how I did it only for the money. I don't care if they're bad. And then they were like, well, you called us bad, and they kicked him off the show.
Well, at least you're honest in your spinelessness.
He was honest. Right? I gotta like that.
I kind of respect it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, guys. Let's go with these comedians who, boy, their next public appearance is going to be a tough one, especially if they're going out. All the people, seriously, of all the comedians. Come on, that was disappointing. I was disappointed at that one. In fact, very disappointed. Mm-hmm. We got Aziz Ansari.
Well, that makes sense. And not that came out bad. Makes sense because he gets canceled. Like, he's been canceled like twice. So why would he care if he gets canceled again? You know what I mean?
Here we got Andrew Schultz, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Gabriel Iglesias, Whitney Cunningham. Sebastian, I won't lie. Sebastian Maniscalco. That was disappointing to see.
Okay, yeah.
Pete Davidson, especially with his connection with 9/11.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, bad friends.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
I mean, I guess the comedians I'm listing seem to be expected. Krista Stefano, I was a bit disappointed. Tom
Okay.
Segura, definitely not.
Yeah, that was gonna happen.
But definitely the most disappointing ones is I think Bill Burr.
Mhm.
Can't think of her name. It was a comedian I really like a lot. She's a lesbian comedian, but I can't remember her name. And
Oh,
Krista Stefano.
who was that?
You know who I'm
What's
talking
her
about?
name?
Yeah, she's awesome. Jessica Kirsten?
Maybe we've seen clips of her on the show. I think.
Yeah, exactly. Jessica
Um,
Kirsten. She's doing it. So those are the ones I'm. Yeah, Jessica Kirsten, Bill Burr, and Krista Stefano, and Pete Davidson are the ones I'm disappointed in.
so I agree.
And Sebastian a
Uh,
little bit.
I agree. Given what we know about given what we know about the Khashoggi thing, in particular, because that's verified. We know for a fact that he was killed, and we know for a fact why, and by whom. And so that's not speculation. That is just a thing that factually happened, and we know it. Um, I'll throw in my counterpoint just so people who like it have someone saying it and dislike it can yell at me. So counterpoint about the 9/11 connection specifically. At the time of this recording, we don't know what the government, meaning the people paying for this comedy show, did or did not do on 9/11.
Yes.
We know that there were 19 Saudis amongst the terrorists. However, they weren't all Saudi. They're mostly Saudi, but they were not all Saudi. And even if they were all Saudi, a group of 19 people does not represent the entirety of a nation.
Yes.
So that's I'll put that there, and that could explain potentially, if that's how Pete Davidson views it, why he specifically is okay with this.
Yeah, I haven't at the
vis-a-vis
time of this
9/11.
recording. Not one of the comedians except Tim Dillon.
Yeah, except for Tim
addressed
Dillon,
it.
who got kicked off the show.
Yeah.
But two, more abstract than that. Whether or not the comedians show up, Saudi Arabia is going to be what Saudi Arabia is. The people who live there are going to be living there. Many of them will not have a choice to live somewhere else, for one reason or another. And so, us cutting a group of people off from the world won't change their government, but it might change the lives of the people. This is, by the way, the excuse given for sports washing as the counterpoint. It's not trying to wash away the sins of the government. It's trying to bring forth the benefits of freedom to a people in these regimes. I think that loses mustard in this case because of how much of our entertainment industry and sports industry is currently owned by the Saudi crown. If it was a one-off thing in Saudi Arabia, then yeah, you could make the case that you're bringing a Western form of entertainment to the people of Saudi Arabia, and maybe, just maybe, they'll say, "Hey, I wish we could do that," and they'll make a change about it. But given how much of our industries are literally in the pocket of Saudi money, that whenever Saudi wants to do something, they just open up the checkbook and any number of people agree to do it. I think that noble sentiment dries up pretty quickly.
Yeah, man. It's just there's nothing I have to add after that, Ryan. You said that perfectly. It's just disappointing to see. And well, as you know, the money always talks, and sometimes the politics too. So I'm very intrigued to see if more of these comedians who do have big high profiles will they be honest about it. They have to. They're gonna get questioned, especially so many comedy and podcasts are hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta say something, especially Bill Burr, especially somebody who's been so anti-establishment.
Bill Burr is
what a sellout! Like
Bill Burr is gonna get asked a lot of questions about this. Dave Chappelle will get asked probably one or two questions, but the reality is nobody is surprised that he's doing this. Kevin Hart won't answer any questions about this. Actually, who might end up with questions is Schultz, because he's got his own podcast, and he's got four co-hosts.
That's a bad one.
He's got four co-hosts, all of them comedians, none of them on the Saudi show. So who knows how that conversation's gonna go? I have not listened to the show in a while. They may have already talked about it. But yeah, so there's a few people who are gonna get tagged with it.
And they should.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? If you're gonna do it, own it, right?
Great.
Give us the reason why.
Like the Tim Dillon. Do Tim Dillon. Just say it. Yeah,
say why.
I'm a sellout.
Yeah, if it was the money, say it was the money. If it was something else, say what it was, but don't hide from it.
Right.
We all see you, so just tell us what you're thinking.
Listen,
Well, definitely
you
not
guys
gonna
are-
get footage of it.
We know Jose. Jose is going to support all
My
of the
God,
I
millionaire
hear you guys.
comedians.
I hear you guys bitching for the last 5 minutes, give me a headache. You're asking them to speak it. They just saw Homeboy speak it and lost his payday. They're gonna speak it after their payday. At least get their money first, and then let them be like,
Yeah,
"I'm a
yeah, that's what I
Well,
was.
that's when they're
That's what
going to
we
get asked. They're not going to get
expected.
asked
Yeah,
before.
yeah, right.
Fuck them. They get paid. Who gives a shit?
Well, no, I'm saying when they get back, they're going to get asked about
Yeah,
the
but you
event,
got
and they
like
should
you
just say it.
say you really think Dave Chappelle or any of the
The Bill
motherfuckers
Burr
give
though,
two
I don't know
shits?
how the way he
Bill
structures
Burr,
his joke. That's
Bill Burr definitely will not give two fucks. He will tell you to go fuck
He won't
yourself.
care, but
Yeah.
he
fine.
So
has
You'll
what
just
was
jokes.
be
the
you'll just have a low degrade legacy.
no,
Whether you care about
yeah?
that or not, who
But
cares?
does he care? Wait,
Well, no, I do
that's
think he'll answer because I do
no.
think he cares to
He'll
some
Well,
extent.
it would just
No, he
contradict a lot of
doesn't.
things he was saying.
He'll answer and tell you right after. I
He
give
could
two
say that
shits. I
he
gave
could
it to
say
the
that in
money.
his Rolls Royce while driving on his
Yeah.
way. Just say I'm a sellout. That's fine.
But we know that. Why do we need him to say it? I'm so confused. We already know
Because
established
to
it. It's not hidden.
to show how double down you are and show the authenticity once and for
Homie,
all.
you
who
make it like
is.
any. Let's be real honest. This topic is now, and 6 weeks, we're not even gonna remember this shit. Let's be real.
No, but it will come up when they get
You
back
know
from
who
the
will?
show.
You know who will
It
remember?
just will.
You know who will remember it in 6 weeks? Bill Burr, where you get that fat paycheck in his bank account. That's how.
Yeah, but
That's the
when
only,
he gets back, it will get brought up. This one's not
And his
something
blood
that
it's
won't
also
get
blood
brought
money
up.
too. That's another thing.
Again, this
I
is
mean,
not
Not all
something
money's
that
good
won't.
money.
Well, it's oil money more than blood
God,
money. But
yeah, nobody. It's like the goddamn golfing league. It's the same motherfuckers. They're getting paid.
And
Every
they
nobody's gonna
suck too, and
question.
they lost a lot
They
of their
know,
appeal.
and nobody's questioning them motherfuckers every week. And now you
that's
got
not
some.
true. People question them for a long
Yeah,
time.
all the time they do. We saw
Long
in the
time.
Ryder Cup.
I don't hear. Ain't no reports
Yeah,
of them.
we're about
Hey,
to talk
how-
about,
how's
frankly,
the money?
half of the reason the Ryder Cup sucks is because of live golf, but we'll get into that. Soon.
Golf
Yeah, I mean-
sucks. Period. I mean, that's
Well,
why.
yes,
love
that's
golf a
not
lot.
yes, but you know what I mean.
So relaxing. Makes me happy.
Yeah,
All right, so let's get into that
It's
then.
better with. I bet with live money. It's way better.
No, it's not.
Well,
It's
dig-
literally a joke
dig
of a
in.
game watch. What if it... Anyways, but why don't we talk about the Ryder Cup over the weekend? A tournament, a tradition in golf where U.S. players face European players. And that's been around forever, and it's awesome, and usually happens in the fall, right? So this year, it was at Bethpage Black in Long Island. And yeah, this is a big deal. But golf is a gentleman's game. It's a game of peace. It's relaxing. It's a game that you really could play until your last breath. You just have to hit the ball. Yeah, it's hard to play well, but you can hit a ball.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was a lot of unnecessary issues at the Ryder Cup, from heckling and verbal abuse. There were European players, including Rory McIlroy and others, that have spoken about what they were considered unacceptable and abusive behavior from the crowd. There were objects thrown at them, physical proximity issues as well. They're right on top of each other. One example, a beer can was thrown by a fan and struck McIlroy's wife.
American, by the way.
Yes. There were also instances where fans used props like rubber ducks. And they were just trying to heckle players during golf. You're not supposed to do that. It was, no. And I don't care if that's boring. Fuck off and touch grass. You respect the tradition. There was MC issues, like in 2025, Heather McCann, who was the MC for the event, used a vulgar chant against Rory.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck you, Rory," and then he banked a big putt, and he said, "Fuck you back." Like, this isn't golf. Like, it's dumb. I mean, fine if you want me to call old school, whatever, but that's not how the game's played. And this prestigious golf course known as Bethpage Black, where you have to be a special type of person to play on that course or have the connection. That will now be known as the place where people threw beer cans at Europeans.
Where the hell does this go, Saudi?
Well,
nothing.
No, it does
Well,
actually.
I'll let
So
Ryan
I
say.
disagree.
I'm talking about the nonsense from the Ryder Cup in general, but I know.
Yeah, but
Ryan's
that's just
going,
us.
so let you explain it.
It's just us Americans being prideful as fuck.
Well, no, because we got you're going to tell me that Europe doesn't have any pride? Are you kidding me? Next year, they're going to be in Ireland. Those are the proudest, drunkest people you've ever met. And I promise you that when
With
it's time to
respect.
hit the ball, they're going to shut up. This is not a pride thing. And this is what pissed me off about Team USA, by the way. The actual team. The fans were, frankly, they were abhorrent. But
It almost
the
came back,
team,
but they did. But keep
well,
going.
yeah, the team almost came back, which is great. But when it was brought up how factually horrible the environment was for the European teams because of the drunk and disorderly American fans, they defended the fans, similar to what Jose just did. And then when somebody pushed back saying, well, hold on, you're not supposed to do these things, they got mad at the journalists. They took offense at the question about the American fans.
Was that Bryson or Brooks?
That was Keegan, what's his name?
Keegan Bradley.
Yeah, Keegan Bradley. And that's, again, not to speak at all about the actual people on the team who were themselves a bunch of assholes. Bryson, as you brought up, live golfer. He lost his mind in the middle of playing. He had an absolute meltdown.
Yeah.
He was, what's it called? He was going at it with people.
Yeah, he told people "fuck you" on the course, like.
Yeah, but he was talking to other golfers too. Like he was, it was absolutely
there was unnecessary
bedlam.
tension. It's not supposed to. Golf's not football.
It was absolute bedlam, and it was not because Americans are proud. It's because Americans are xenophobic, and Americans are xenophobic now. We know why Americans are xenophobic now, because they are. And the Live Golf group, the reason I bring them up is because that group, ironically enough, despite the Saudi backing, was the group that invited this sort of fan interaction into golf. They're the ones with the live DJs. They're the ones that had the dancing. They're the ones who had the girls doing the, with the hole markers. They were the ones who tried to, they don't do any of that anymore because they have no money. But when they had money, that's what they did. And they turned golf into this spectacle that's completely shallow, has no history. And then when they started to flounder because their entire their entire league was based on Saudi oil money, and as soon as that turned off, they had nothing. They were not a solid business. They all wanted back into the major PGA tournaments, and they brought their fans with them. They brought the loudmouths like Phil Mickelson back with them, and this is what we get because of that. So yeah, it is all
on the
connected.
team either.
You're so wrong already.
Jose, if you can name 4 golfers, I'd be fucking impressed.
I can give you Tiger Woods.
Nope.
Jack
No.
Nicholson.
Currently playing right now.
Donald Trump. I can
Donald
keep going.
Trump.
2 more.
I gotta admit, that's funny. That's not like, that doesn't count though.
I know that, but 2 more.
Okay,
You're almost there.
right. Okay, let me see. Roy McEnroe.
Not his name. That's a
said
tennis
the
player.
name.
But you get what I'm saying. I give 2 shits.
So you've named 1, and it was Tiger Woods, by the way.
Listen,
Barely
the point
played.
is just us. It's a team fucking sport. It's USA versus Europe.
Yes, that was
okay. Hold on. Does this happen every fucking week when they have a tournament? No, it happened in this fucking tournament. It's us prideful fucks
No, it
that
does.
say USA against Smash. USA was losing. Yes or no?
Do you know who Victor Hovland is?
Yeah, he's the guy on Friday nights that sucked my left nut.
Okay.
No, I don't give a
when
shit.
he's done doing that, Jose, what he is he's a golfer from Europe. He gets heckled in every single fucking game that he goes to in the United States.
Name me one guy. Homie.
What are you talking about? That's literally just the point. You said it doesn't happen every week. I said it happens to Victor Hovland every week. How is that a problem?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Does people's wives get fucking thrown beer on them?
No.
They did this week,
I guess it's the fucking like I've been trying to tell you. You're making some fucking little bullshit. I tell you exactly what it is. It's USA versus the fucking world. We're getting smashed and we're gonna talk shit and get in their fucking heads.
But golf's not like that. I know.
Homie, you want to know
that's what I mean.
golf? Yeah. Before Trump, you're right. Trump, that's all he fucking do, but it's not Saudis.
That's
it's fucking
Trump and the Saudis are the ones who started Live.
Listen, homie.
What do you mean?
It's not. Nobody gives
Tell me that's
shit.
not true.
No,
tell me that's not true
I
to my face right now.
Nigga, I'm telling you not true.
Oh, now we don't care.
What I did have
we cared, and then we were wrong, and now we don't care. No one gives a shit anymore.
You're blaming Saudis, but now it's Trump and Saudis. You're pushing the fucking
I
foul. Now,
I blame
now it's
Live
like,
Golf.
oh, it happened every week. If it happened every fucking week, it didn't matter. Saudi or no Saudi. It happened every. It's just the people. Fuck, Ryan. You just want to put it on the Saudis because they got money. Fuck, who gives a shit, man?
Okay. Like I said, the Live Golf, which was factually Trump and the Saudis, brought this streak of recklessness and freaking boorishness into golf. In fairness, Trump has done that with the entire country, not just golf. And so it's not a surprise. It's not even a little bit surprising that we behaved that way. I just wish that somebody on Team USA current wasn't a mega, mindless and could say, yeah, the way the fans were behaving to their other competitors was no good. Because the former guys, the former captains of Team USA, they did. American legendary golfers and Americans said what we saw was inappropriate and should not have been the case. So the fact that nobody on the current team could even do that, and again, I'm not even talking about the people on the current team who are active participants in it. I'm saying all the rest of them, none of them could come up with yeah, that wasn't so great. That's embarrassing. And if any of those young men think they're leaders, I'm happy to report you're not.
And I'm happy to report you guys are. Keep throwing them fucking bottles. Make it more entertaining.
We'll table that when it's time, but golf's pretty much over, except the FedEx Cup.
Yeah.
Okay. I really don't want to. I don't like doing too many politics stories, anyways, or specifically giving the platform to somebody whose whose job is to talk about politics. But Candace Owens is something that got 40 million views, and I can't ignore it. But obviously, Candace Owens, right, the right wing political commentator, who I will respect, who took the murder of Charlie Kirk very hard, but now we're hitting about 3 weeks since that happened, and she's still talking about it. Talking about how the alleged shooter might be innocent, that this happened. I'm not going to the funeral because of this. I'm like, and it just keeps going viral.
I mean, if I was her, I would be on it too, because she probably the next one up.
Oh boy! Again,
Let's
I don't want
see
to
what she
this,
said.
but I'll tell you, this is what I'm not going to show you what she said. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What she said isn't viral; it's her actions. And this tweet of her just talking on her pod just shows how so many people need to get bonked. If you know what that is, it's basically getting called out for your horniness. And this is her viral clip. This is okay. That's enough, Candace, for tonight. Where it has this. All right, Jose, Ryan, Alcy, you're watching, and all those watching, those listening, we'll explain in a second.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
I'll do that one more time.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
Okay, so for those listening who can't see, she has her eyes completely open, not blinking, and it's like insinuating something. And the top comments include, "Don't fall for her trap," "Bonk," "You people disgust me," 13,000 bookmarks, "Everyone is so down bad." Basically, they're horny because she's looking like she's, getting freaky. And the other viral tweet was, "I know a freak when I saw one," allegedly. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting nice
That's what they
reactions
got from that?
Yeah. I know it's a male brain and it's bad stuff, but that is what it got.
And
I
this
mean,
is
I
where
got a
I'll
mental
say my
health
famous
crisis.
line that men are
What?
so interesting.
Exactly. That's
I got a mental health crisis out of
this
that,
is a
for being
true
honest.
this is a true men are interesting example. And
I'm
yeah,
gonna make a shirt.
you should.
I should.
And yeah. Jose, you saw that?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you get out of it?
That she's probably demonic with Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I just thought you looked like a psycho. I mean, I didn't get anything kinky out of that. Nothing. But I guess whatever floats men's boats, that's totally fine. Cool beans.
Yeah, I mean, Candace is, I don't know. I think she needs help. I've said that about a few people today. Might come up again, who knows? But yeah, I think she's, and maybe it's grief. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I think she's always been a little crazy personally, but I don't know her content that well. Um, but yeah, maybe it's all grieving. She was close to to a person who was recently killed very publicly, so it's possible that this is just that. But whatever it is, work it out with somebody that isn't on the internet. You don't have to work everything out online. You can get offline and work some stuff out, then come back when you're done. That's totally allowed and should be totally acceptable.
That's how I'm going to start trying to turn men on. I'm going to have my eyes wide. I'm never going to blink, and I'm going to be like, hey, no, I guess that's going to be a new thing. Probably freak them out.
Unbelievable. All right, let's switch this up. Let's get it a little more lighthearted. Hello to the famous dog, Silver. All right. So, guys, y'all remember the Costco guys?
Yeah.
Bring the boom with
Where'd they go?
Oh, now, if anything shows you, man, if you are in a certain niche group of influencers, you really have a year to make as much money as you can.
I don't know if it's that. I think they just spread themselves so fucking thin. What they were doing, they kind of stopped after they got really big. They kind of stopped doing the whole Costco shit, and they just been on everywhere.
Is he still wrestling in AEW?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done it in months, but I mean, you really think of it, at that time frame when he started doing AEW, he started doing other shows and shit, and that you kind of noticed that, like, he's kind of just stopped doing Costco fucking boom shits.
Which I mean, good, because there's only so much you can do out of that, but
yeah, but that was his stitch. That was like the dude the black dude that comes out of nowhere, doesn't say a word, and just uses his hands. And that shit, it was boring as fuck, but everybody got a kick out of it. They just fucking got out his niche and just thought that this little fat kid can make more money, and obviously not.
That's so weird.
Anyway.
All right, so I found a similar version of these guys. This duo is known as the Rainbow Dads.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy. Jose's going to have a really totally normal take on this, I bet.
Yeah,
I like the Rainbow Dads. Yes. They are known as the unofficial LGBTQ family of the NFL.
Oh, Jesus.
Specifically for Bills Mafia. Let me show you.
They're Bills fans.
Let me show you the Rainbow Dads. You got my
Bills.
support, Rainbow Dads. Look at this. Jose, you watching?
Well, that's not a dad. That's a child.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'll show you.
We're going to practice, and my gayest dad's coaching. And we're going to do my prediction for the Bills. Hey, Bear, show us your fit.
I got my Bills shorts, my J's, and my new jacket.
The jacket makes you look like the State Puff Marshmallow Man.
Marshmallow Man? Marshmallow
I'm
Ben.
sorry, girl. Also, you still got the tag on it.
Girl,
I'm wearing my Landon Jackson jersey.
And what's the score of the game tonight?
35-21 Bills win. And Bear, what's your prediction for the game?
I think it's going to be 31-3 Buffalo. Unless Tyreek gives us some trouble, then I think it might be a little bit closer.
It's the closeness, girl.
I don't know, girl. I'm scared. Stop
Okay.
it. Stop it.
Oh,
Gayest dad for
Jesus.
sure. Girl, did you already do an outfit change before practice?
Do I look itty bitty?
Yeah, you're so itty bitty. You're so tiny. Yeah.
Stop it. Do I look dainty?
Girl,
wait, hold on.
chill.
Can I be Butch?
Girl, chill.
Go Bills.
I'm taking it back.
Oh.
You're not dainty, nor are you Butch. We're going to...
The Rainbow Dads. Let's see that recent post. In that game, the Bills barely beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, well, that's bad luck, yeah.
All right, I'm checking in on my dad to see how straight they are now. This should be interesting. You're about to lose marriage equality, and you're out here supporting rainbow capitalism?
You mean my shirt? I love this shirt.
And that Lafufu Stanley?
It's not a Lafufu, girl. Go.
What are you thinking about, girl? Girl? Girl, you can't do this anymore.
I'm fierce.
You're straight. You're straight now.
I'm straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how straight they are. And this is
Yeah, he
the
looked
most
very
recent
straight.
The most recent post is
Come with me as I'm going to my 3rd football game of the year, and my gayest dad is the coach. I'm not sure about how my other dad's feeling about the coaching.
So I love my husband, but they gave him a whistle.
Freak out.
Girl, this is becoming a problem.
A big problem. See, the thing is, they gave him that whistle.
All right, so go Rainbow Dads.
That was pretty. That last one was
and
pretty funny.
their whoever the kid is.
I'm assuming it's their son, but I don't know.
Do we have more of this to add more quality for NFL fans?
I mean, are the Bills responding to these guys?
I don't know.
It's because they're unofficially.
What'd you say?
So I hope not.
Oh,
well, I mean, the Colts let that dude with the "This Is Our Colts" sing at the halftime.
Oh, that was
show.
horrible. Don't even get me started. Stop.
Wow.
I don't think he's
wow,
gay, though.
Allison.
I
didn't say it was gay, man. I'm just saying, like, sometimes when fans make content, the teams interact with them and, like, get them involved in the actual promotion of the stuff. That's what I wasn't. I wasn't calling the dude from Indianapolis gay. I was saying that he had a thing that the Colts saw and they helped him.
Ryan, you trying to get this guy fucking hurt, man.
Who?
You with the Rainbow Dad, they're gonna get fucked up.
By who?
By them same fucking fans they be chilling with every fucking game.
I think.
Yeah. Do you think the Rainbow Dads say they go to a Raiders game?
No, they go to.
Or
they go
to a Bills game in Buffalo, more than likely, because that's where they're from, right?
Yeah, but like you also realize they're like football fans are either you're like hardcore straight and you're very prideful and shit, and these motherfuckers super gay as fuck with pom-poms.
So if you've ever punched a gay person because you're straight, you're gay.
Listen,
that's a hate.
Okay,
let's be real honest though. Me and some girls at the bar. What happened?
I said what I said. If you ever punched a straight person or a gay person simply because you're straight, you're gay. You're not straight, and you have a hard time accepting that, and that's why you're lashing out violently. There's no other explanation for that behavior.
Brian, I would love you.
If seeing a person who is gay incites rage in you, then you've got some sort of deep-seated issue that you're not talking about.
Ryan,
I happen to think it's probably your sexuality, but I don't know. Maybe it's a different issue. Either way, it's not normal to see a gay person as a hardcore straight man and physically assault them. So
Ryan,
there you go.
That has nothing to do with that whatsoever.
That's what you just said. I'm commenting on your specific statement.
They're not attacking gays because they're gay.
Why
they're
are they
attacking gays because they fucking see them as weak motherfuckers and it's easy to pick on and easy to fuck them up. It's not because they think I'm gay and I'm lashing out because my fucking Bills lost.
I mean,
you see them little...
that's what? I was going to say that's a distinction without a difference, but it's actually not even a distinction. You just said what I said, but with more words and less intelligent.
No, you're Ryan, as a guy that used to beat up gays, I ain't gay. Shut up.
I don't know what to tell you.
Shut the fuck up and let me see. You want to go? We're going to go. I'll give you the real street. So when I was with a certain group of people, we did that. We just fucked them up in the hood. It wasn't because I'm gay, because they're inferior to me, period. So I could do that. Yes, I'm above them. Yes, at the time, that's what I thought of them. So it ain't because I'm gay. And then going to a football game when you're manly as fuck and you're prideful as fuck, when that all comes together and you see them and you're pissed off drunk, it ain't because you're gay. You want to fuck somebody up or some bullshit, you're going to do it with them. They're easy pickings.
So here's what I'd say, Jose. That was impressive. Thank you for trying to intimidate me. It didn't work.
Ryan, if I wanted to intimidate, I put a gun to your face and pull the trigger.
Anywhere. Wow, this is Jose's last episode. That's incredible. However, that being said, I stand by it. If you ever feel the need to just physically attack somebody, because even if it's because they're weaker than you, for whatever reason, like what the fuck's wrong with you? Like seriously. How do you not have enough self-control as a fan of whatever you're a fan of? Doesn't really matter the context if we're being honest. If you're just walking around, you see someone who's weaker than you, and you say, I'm gonna fuck that dude up, that is absolutely insane behavior. That's
So why
not
don't you go in
normal.
there and
It
jump in and
shouldn't
help
be
them?
normal. It's not normal
So-
for men. It's not normal
so-
for anybody.
Ryan, wouldn't you
No,
jump in there
aren't
and help
all
them?
men that watch sports a little gay? The reason I say that, me
That's
and some girls,
that's a you
but
comment.
But me and some girls were talking at the bar, and we were saying, I just find it very interesting and a little whatever that a lot of men want to claim that they're so like high and mighty and straight, but you're literally fixating your and essentially life decisions and your mood on watching other men and being obsessed with them and how they perform.
I don't think that's gay. I think it's depressing.
The little, I don't know. I made a TikTok about it. It's a little gay and fake, but
I think it's depressing. I don't know if I would call it gay. I would call it, again, very sad and depressing, but I wouldn't call it gay.
So you would call Matt gay for liking the spur on the Yankees and the Mets?
No, I just think it's a. I'm not saying you are gay, but I'm just saying is any guy who really fixates their entirety of sports not a little gay? Or are we all really 100% like, you know what I mean? Maybe we could talk about this off air, but
Maybe.
I just think
I
it's
feel
very.
like it's
I
more
just think it's
depressing
very.
than
I
a
just feel like it's
sexuality
very
thing.
interesting how we look at someone like the Rainbow Dads and we're like, oh well, like we want to fuck them up if they go to sporting events, but you as a man are able to go to a sporting event and let's say it's wrestling and you watch men touch each other and get all sweaty and that essentially turns you on because you want a certain person to win and do certain things.
You drew that just a little too far. You were making a good point, and then you took it a little too far. No one. I mean, not no one. I'm sure someone gets turned on watching men wrestle, but that's not the majority of the fan base. But you are right.
I just like seeing all types
about the
of
first
fans, NFL fans. That's all.
Just saying, a little gay.
All right, so.
But you shouldn't be beat up for it.
Correct.
You shouldn't, but people do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's right.
Doesn't mean that doesn't mean they care. The ones that are willing to beat them don't care.
Yes. So.
But at the end of the day, you're. Oh, never mind. It's fine.
I get your point. But when you're talking to certain people, like when you go to certain games, like let's just say Dodgers or Giants or any rivalry games, you're just adding alcohol to people that gives two fucks.
But you're not there to watch other fans. You're there to watch the game. So I guess seeing somebody who's you would insinuate is not straight pisses you off for what?
But when you're drunk and you see someone that stands out and you're like, fuck this motherfucker. And when you then on top of that don't give a shit, and on top of that you feel some type of way, that's what starts.
We know that type of way too, don't we?
So maybe you should just be then like the people who are pissed about Bad Bunny. Either don't go to the game, turn it off, or just don't go to sporting events. Like if it's that upsetting for you, don't go.
Yeah, but it's macho manism. Everybody wants to be there, root for their fucking team. Everybody's the one, they think they're part of the fucking team. It's like when you hear Matt talk about the Yankees, it's not. It's my team, the Yankees. Us, we're going to the playoffs. There's that where we have this fandom. We're part of the team. There's part when you go to a Yankees game, they win every time I show. I gotta be there. I'm their lucky charm, but whatever. It's just you feel like you're part of the team. That's all it is. And when you feel some type of way on top of that, where maybe Ryan, when he gets pissed off and want to show his gay tendencies, then that's fine. But some people take it as loyalty to one team like a gang. It's just what it is.
I've never beat up anybody for being smaller than me. So.
Ryan, I don't think you can beat up anybody, even if they were tied up.
Oh,
I am not worried about that.
You don't have to be worried about me, Jose. Trust me.
All right, so let's talk about some other things now. So let's do our question of the day. Are you meet somebody you're attracted to and you really enjoy their company or whatever. Say maybe you have feelings, maybe not. Maybe this is before you start talking with them. Now, these are very circumstantial, but the question is, when you meet somebody you're interested in more than a friend, are you better off starting as platonic friends with the opposite sex, or just start as a situationship or friends with benefits, or just go into dating right away? Again, it's all circumstantial. I thought about this with my life, heard other friends talk about it. Like, what's the move?
What's the question?
Like, Are you better off starting as platonic friends then becoming an item with each other, or are you an item with each other and then you go back and be platonic friends? But is that possible?
I mean, I think the order really, if you're interested in that person, it should start with the romantic component. If for no other reason, if you're interested in somebody and you become their platonic friend, you're going to, well, you're going to want to be more than a platonic friend to them. And they're not going to be more than a platonic friend to you. And that's going to put you in a position where you're feeling frustrated about your relationship with this person. It's going to hurt your platonic friendship if you're interested in them in that way.
Basically, another way to asking it is question of the day: do you think it's easier to start just as friends with the opposite sex, or jump into dating?
It's easier to jump into dating directly or jump into something physical directly.
But I feel
It
like
does
that's like
not
what
usually
you
work
do.
the other way.
Yeah, I feel like essentially that's kind of what you do with dating apps nowadays anyway, because it's like when you go on a date, like you don't know this person, you're not friends with them, like you've never. This is like essentially your first, like you're getting to know them and going on dates with them. Like it's not like you start off as friends and then build to that. So I feel like that's like more nowadays how it is. Like I feel like you said, it's kind of circumstantial. Like some people are friends or do whatever and they build up to that, and like maybe down the line they realize, oh, like I really do enjoy my time with this person. But I feel like nowadays it is very like you kind of start dating and then work your way like opposite, like
Yeah,
afterwards.
I agree. As someone who did the opposite, like myself, I do agree that it's just factually easier to start, with the romance, the intimacy, all that, and then as you get to know each other, you become, closer, like outside of those aspects. But I do think that most of the time that's the easier place to start. Obviously, as I said, I went the other way, so there's certainly people who do that, but I wouldn't
But you
think
met your
that's
wife
not the
in like real
majority.
life, right?
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
my
like
real
you
life,
met her at
yeah.
school, so it's
Which
like
is
you met
also
like
part of it
going.
too.
Yeah.
It's not on an app. But I do think that regardless, the way that, that's less common for sure. So I would say the other way is the more common and easier way to do it. Meeting, going on a date or hooking up or whatever, and then from there building a relationship.
You guys are funny.
I'm surprised you
we're
don't agree
always
with that.
funny. Yeah.
I'm
There's-
shocked actually that's not the
You're
stand.
the
I would
living. Well,
assume that you take that
you are
stance.
the living proof, and why it's the other way. Here's the problem: you go
Easier
romantic.
though?
It is easier because you can. Here's the problem: if you know each other, you
Yeah.
can maintain some balance as friends, and it
Sure.
goes to way.
Yeah.
So if you did give it a chance and it fell, you can always have that cushion. If you went the other way and you had a romantic thing and it didn't work out,
But
you're
you're not
done.
necessarily always going to have that cushion, though.
You're not gonna have that cushion, no peer, but you could have it if you became friends and got to
But
know
if
the
you're
person.
friends with
Yeah,
someone and you
he's
hook
right about
up,
that.
then
Well, I'm
it's
If
like
saying he
that
is
you,
right.
like
If you're
if
friends
you,
first, you're more likely to end and stay friends than if you
you
weren't friends first. I
also
agree with that.
you realize that if you maintain a friendship, you also let it grow naturally. If you're that's the problem with online dating. That's why people fall in love super fast and get heartbroken within 2 weeks and cry and wonder why. It's because they really don't. You don't know the person
I agree with
that
this
you're
too.
meeting. You're meeting someone that is lying to you. Let's be honest. On online dating, you're lying because you want to be picked.
Selective
You want
truth.
to be seen. When it comes to dating and you're a lot like you're blowing it up, you're lying. Because you can be straight honest and be like, hey, I live with my mom. Hey, I don't have a great job. Or hey, you can be, I don't drive. You can say whatever. There's nothing, I don't know you. So I don't have to like you don't have to lie. So when you have to fabricate, you're already bases already on a false start. So if by maintaining a friendship with you in the beginning, I'm getting to know the real you. You don't have no judgment free, whatever. We get to know each other and slowly see where it goes. If not, if it doesn't go any further, cool. It's all right. We maintain a friendship. I got someone I can hang out Friday nights. We go to the bar, we can go drink, whatever. And if something progressed later down the road, people change, people's lives change during the road, cool, whatever. But if I meet you and have this romantic thing or have a sexual relationship, you right off the rip, what happens 3, 4, 5 months when it's tired, boring, or just there's something like it just is not gelling at this moment, how do you deal with it?
No,
Because
you're right.
if you were
I took the
friends in the
question
beginning,
differently though. That's I think the difference.
uh,
I took the question as which one
I
is easier to start a
Yeah.
relationship,
my
the full
lasting all
relationship from.
right, but all my lasting best relationships are my friends now because we started friends.
Oh yeah, I
All the
mean,
ones
my
I
wife.
blocked, all the ones I blocked, or all the ones I talk shit, or like worst time, are all ones that I had a sexual relationship and it just went downhill from there. So for me, in that standpoint, I prefer now having both sides of the pickle. I prefer the sides where I have a friendship because it's just easy. I can just be me. I don't. There's no bullshit. You don't have to bullshit me. We get to know each other. We find out if there's any common interest, and if there's not, all right, we keep it moving. Like there's no love lost, no feelings hurt. It's like, all right, I see you down the road. You have my number. If anything changes, hit me up. If not, keep it moving.
Oh, I guess
I agree with you.
I
I
don't
just
know.
that's not how I took the question. I took the question as what is easier to get into a relationship from, and I do think it is easier if you start by seeking a relationship.
If you take it that way, sure, because you're online
Yeah.
dating is like
That's what I mean. So
you gotta
that's what
go
I meant.
there.
Yeah, that's what I
Obviously, I'm
thought.
a big proponent of being friends first. I do think that they're longer lasting relationships and better relationships most of the time. I just was going, with the ease part of the question. Like, all right, what is factually the easiest one to do? Because there's plenty of
Right.
people who become friends, and guess what? They stay friends. They don't do anything else. So that doesn't happen in,
Right.
no one's like, oh, I started by being friends with benefits and now I'm just friends. Like, I mean, I'm sure some people have, but it's
That's
less
the
common.
situation I'm in right now. So
It's less common though.
is what it is.
Hear that? Good stuff. Let's end it with our nuclear opinion of the day. Who wants to give their nuclear opinion of the day? Start it off.
Oof, nuclear opinion of the day.
I'm gonna go back to what I said today. So I was talking to somebody and I was like, okay, I think someone explained the show Blacklist to me, which I've never seen, but I heard it's a good show. So I might start like watching it. But I think what I'm gonna do is all men that do me dirty or talk like do something out of pocket, I'm gonna make like a blacklist of men, and they're either gonna get their legs broken or their penises cut off.
Lorena
Well,
Bobbitt.
So a
What'd
real
you
life.
say?
Lorena Bobbitt right there, boy.
So a real life.
Better watch out.
What are those dolls called?
voodoo doll?
So real life.
No,
real
voodoo.
life.
The
real life.
voodoo
Voodoo
doll. Yeah.
dolls.
Oh, the
So
voodoo
real life
doll.
voodoo dolls.
I
The
was like,
boo boo
oh,
doll. I like
boo-boo,
that.
what? Well,
Okay.
no, because like there was like a situation I gave today where like a guy I had previously hung out with, like I told him happy birthday, and instead of just saying thank you, he's like, some head right now would be fire. And I was like, this type shut up, Jose. And this type of man, literally, like if you went on his Instagram, he always posts his mom, his dad died, he posts all these like tributes to his dad, he posts all this like holy, like higher than everyone else type of bullshit. And I'm just like, these men out here really acting like that, but they're saying shit like that to women and talking to women like that. Like it's just so ridiculous to me.
You think a person who likes their mom can't also like head?
No, but they're churchy.
Why are you
You
talking
don't
to
expect
women
that.
like that? You're
I mean,
telling
I don't believe
or
I would
I
ever
reach
speak to a
out
woman
to,
like that,
or what
but
I'm
I'm just
gonna
saying.
do, or what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna make a private Instagram account, and all crazy shit like that you say to me, I'm going to screenshot it and I'm gonna find your mom on your
Post it.
social media and send it.
I
That
can do
if
that.
you want, if you're okay, like if your mom, like someone tells you a simple happy birthday and you're like, some head would be fire right now. Really? Like that's insane.
I mean, listen, I don't disagree with you. That's an insane thing to say. I'm just
You
saying,
got
I'm not surprised that someone said that, regardless of their Instagram feed.
you
I
you
think
be
you can
shot
post about your mom and Jesus and then still it be that way.
You can like head, but why are you like you're posting
Well,
all
no,
this
but I'm
stuff
saying,
like you're
like,
better, but like why are you talking to women like that? Like you say you like you love women and you all this, but you say like dinner with a woman equals automatic sex
you know
and things like
Right.
that.
Well, that's
Like
what I
you're
mean.
talking
I'm
like
not
you
that.
do
saying
It's
you're
not want
crazy.
right,
me
but I'm
you,
not
you do
surprised by
not
it. That's what I'm saying.
you do not want me to answer that question. I'll tell you that.
Well, you might as well because we're talking about
So
it.
let me ask
So
you. All right. So I need to know one thing. Have you had any sexual relationship with him?
doesn't matter.
Oh, it does.
Happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
I'll get to your reason. Yeah, it's
Thank you. I
did you?
appreciate it.
Allison is
get what
currently
you're
correct.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I get it. I get what you're saying, but
Sorry, I
you
wasn't
want.
sure if you heard me. I had to say it a few times.
I'm telling you, if you had any sexual relationship with him, he's gonna come off because you allowed it in the past. That's it.
What do you
He
mean you
knows you're
allowed
gonna.
it? Like
Bro,
that's so like it's not
and
one. It's not you hear it one time and now it's good forever. One time they
that
got
see, but that
together
okay.
and then that's the one
Even if
time
it's
and that time
one
ends
time,
and now we're on a
if
different day.
okay, cool, but I got comfortable for whatever
Well, get
reason to
uncomfortable.
say that. Well, that's see again. I got comfortable. I've got you reached out to me. I'm gonna say what I always say. He didn't reach out to her.
No, she said
He
happy
did reach
birthday.
out to me, and he happened
But
to be
you said
texting me.
happy birthday. Okay. But
Because he texted me and asked me if I wanted to hang out with him. I haven't hung out with this man in months. I don't even really talk to this man.
Listen, if this guy messages you much and he doesn't really talk to you, and there's a reason why, and now you know why.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I get what you're saying. I didn't say what he did was right. What I'm trying to tell you, the reason why he said what he said is because you allowed it and he got comfortable with it. Period. Doesn't make it right or wrong. I don't care. The point is, I've said shit like that with girls in the past. So I'm telling you why we say that shit. And we said it because we got comfortable with you. Whatever your relationship was, good, bad, and different. Like I would understand the disrespect if you never had any sexual relationship without. But if you had, and you guys talk like that, I don't give a sexing or whatever, and it came out, that's just part of your nature of your relationship with him. That's it. Obviously, he knew he came. You haven't talked to him months, and he comes out the blue and says, "Hey, blah blah blah." You already know what it is. No guy's gonna come message. If no, let's be real honest. No guy is gonna come on 4 or 5 months or whatever the fuck it is out the blue and reach out to you for no reason. Really? Come on.
My nuclear opinion is that people are never, ever, ever going to be introspective enough to grow. I think we're done growing as human race. Perfect example. Suppose a guy texts a girl about wanting head for their birthday in response to a happy birthday text. An introspective person would say, wow, that was fucked up of that guy to do. That guy, introspectively, would say, wow, I can't believe I just texted that. Like, yeah, obviously it'd be a good time, but I could have at least said thank you first.
Yeah, have some self-awareness.
But we don't do that. Instead, what we do is when we act poorly or someone we identify with acts poorly, we forgive ourselves instantly, explicitly, or implicitly rather. And then we search for a reason that it actually was somebody else's issue. This is the distillation as a country, and we've been on this path for a while of, well, what was she wearing? That's what this is. Well, did you say anything nice to him? Well, did you open the door in the past? Well, did you actually have you ever said something wrong before? And again, this is not just about dating, by the way. This is in all scenarios. So it's like almost like a weird effed up version of the Boy Who Cried Wolf where nobody learns anything ever. We all just lock in on what our own belief is. And I think that that's really bad. Like I think it's bad for the people as a society. It's bad for like the rule of law that nobody can sit and think for a minute about their own part in the bad things that are happening to them. And I mean, I think ultimately it's going to be bad for relationships. Like, and that goes for friendships as well as romantic ones. Because if you can't be introspective, if you can't think about your own faults, then I don't understand how you can have a real relationship with anybody. And I don't just mean dating. I'm not suggesting that you can't be successful with the opposite sex or the same sex in romantic capacity. What I'm saying is, how do you have a genuine relationship with a single human being? I'm talking your parents and your grandparents, your cousins, your neighbors, your best friends, your other friends, your partners. How do you have a genuine connection if you do not have the capacity for an introspective thought, especially an introspective thought when it's been brought up to you that the action was weird or wrong or abnormal? And so that's my nuclear opinion. And I would say we should all get better at it. And I guess technically we should, but I don't think we will. And I don't want to waste anyone's time. So there's the nuclear opinion.
Man, that was very deep. All of us take the opportunity to mature if you can. Man, I feel like mine should be lighthearted after those two.
Mine's definitely lighthearted.
Okay. Nacho cheese Doritos are better than Cool Ranch Doritos. I've never been more sure about that. Regular
100%.
Cheetos are better than Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Flamin' Hot Cheetos
100%.
is disgusting. It's weird
100%.
obsession. You weirdos
Jesus
who
Christ.
love that. Yeah, what do we say?
Well,
Right.
hold on though. So I agree with the Cheetos versus Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but hot fries,
This is don't
those are
tell me you
good.
like that.
What's
Oh
a
my-
hot fry?
And so are
Disgusting.
Chesters. Chesters are
They're
even better
like
than hot
Cheeto-
fries.
hot Cheetos.
Both those are good. Chesters are like hot Cheetos, but they're not hot Cheetos because they're fry based. That's different, and those
The
are good.
haystack looking things?
I'm sorry.
The haystack looking things? Like the
haystack.
really thin stuff?
No, not
No,
really.
no,
thin, but-
no. Those are like thin fries or big thin
Yeah,
fries.
I don't
Whatever
want
you
those
call them.
spicy, but Chesters or again hot fries if need be, those are good. But spicy, like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, are bad, and both of them are not as good as actual Cheetos.
Love regular Cheetos.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
Okay.
agree. The nacho cheese is better than Cool Ranch, 100%.
Wait, so
Oh.
what's a this is gonna be a dumb question. So what is what's a taki?
Like
Taki's
another
the
chip.
Taki. It's the seasoning.
Yeah.
It's the spicy seasoning from Mexico. Now they put it on like fucking ice creams or like on fruit and shit. It's like that red spice. It just makes it just spicy. Whatever you can just
Yeah,
put
but
it
they
on
put it
pretty
on
much
like
anything.
chips, regular old chips.
So
Essentially.
hot fries and like Takis are different?
I mean, they're
It's
different
just
brands. Yeah.
they're different brands, but it tastes different. Hot like when you look at hot Cheetos and shit, they just use a special spice. Taki is this Mexican spice that you can buy separately.
Mhm.
They just add it into chips and shit. But
Yeah.
you can buy it's different. I mean, you'll get a tangier taste with Taki.
Conceptually the same, but they are different
Right.
seasonings.
Just a taste, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, Jose, finish it off.
All right. So I went to the movies. I went on a date last night. It was a big titty
Yay.
bitch. And I went to go and see Strangers 2. Now the
Oh,
first
was it
one,
bad?
the first one was straight trash. You know what? But then it was horror. As Halloween's coming up, she wanted to see a scary movie. I'm like, I didn't want to see weapons again. So I'm
Should have
like,
seen The Long Walk. That was a great movie.
One battle
I,
after another.
it's not scary. It wasn't scary. I want like her titties rubbing up on me. Fucking
Oh,
Long
okay.
Walk. It's not gonna.
Yeah,
do
you're not
that.
gonna get that in The Long Walk. I
Yeah,
agree.
so go see fucking this stupid movie again. And what a piece of shit. Finally it was like, all right, it's slow, stupid, it gets starting to get good. And then at the end of the movie, to be continued. What makes you think I want to go see a third one of this piece of shit? You already got me twice. I ain't gonna go fucking while I'm trying to figure out the fucking end of this fucking movie. I got a third one. The fuck? So fuck Strangers. The original with fucking Aerosmith's daughter was good as fuck, and they just fucking fucked it up with this reboot.
Because they
Hello,
had the
Liv
original,
Tyler.
and then they had that one where they're at that like campground with all the music, right?
They had and where the guy
I hated that.
they fucked that one up. I love
So
Strangers.
this is the third one. You
No,
said
no. So the first one was with the married couple, which was amazing.
in the house.
Yes, amazing. Then they made a sequel up, the one you were talking about,
The
where
Pray at Night or something. It was dumb.
they fucking made this guy masked like fucking Michael Myers. Like he couldn't be killed for shit every time they tried. Whatever. That movie was straight trash. And then they rebooted it. They rebooted the new one, the new series. They rebooted to go with the original with the married couple. So it was just a couple in the first one, and then it just kind of go back to how it was in the original.
Yeah.
But the husband's the only one that passes. So they continued off literally how the first one ended. They continued off and now she's in the hospital, and then you go on from there. Now they got this motherfucker a whole backstory on why they became the way they are, how the town, like whatever. It's this long fucking process. And when it gets fucking good, like, oh shit's about to start popping. Bung, to be continued. If that wasn't a cock block, I don't know what could have been, because it fucked up the rest of my night. So fuck Strangers 2. I should have just went to go see that Leo movie again, even though it was long as fuck. But I'd rather watch that twice in a row than watch that piece of shit if I knew it was the to be continued.
Man, that does sound annoying as fuck. But one battle after the other was fucking amazing, and we'll talk about that on Thursday. But Ryan, Allison, and Jose, thank you for our conversations. Even if we don't agree with each other, we still love each other, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Even though y'all are men, it's okay.
It's fine. All right. All the love. Check out Instant Reactions on Thursday, Wednesday, and check Instant Reactions on the Yankee playoff games on Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly Thursday if necessary. Check out another tweet cap on Friday, and we're gonna go crazy. Stay safe out there, please, and we'll see you soon. Viva la revolution!
See ya.